is a weird day because it's a Sunday, but we're coming to you live with what is unfortunately the final match of the 2023 College League of Legends season in the Esports Collegiate Conference here for both of these teams that are going to be competing today. It's going to be the Northern Illinois Huskies taking on the Akron Zips, and with both of these teams sitting towards the lower half of the standings. Akron currently sitting, I believe, in 7th place in a tie for 7th place. NIU sitting in a tie for 9th place, I do believe. And the top 6 making playoffs. Unfortunately, this is the end of the road for both these teams. It's been a great season. It's flown by, absolutely. We promised you some Tim Pliny Waves or Bungalow Bill, depending on how you know him, Shramik. Unfortunately, as this match is clearly not happening yesterday or Saturday like we had thought it was going to, Tim's unfortunately not going to be able to join us. So it's going to be me, Connor Vagel, taking you through the cast for the entirety of today's broadcast. Going through, obviously, we'll touch on the big points. It's a Sunday, so there were some scheduling issues yesterday. Wrong date was put into Battlefy. Obviously, you can't forfeit somebody who didn't, who when the game was scheduled for the wrong day. On top of that, you can't fault NIU for being ready, but not Akron for being ready when the game was scheduled the wrong way. It's being addressed. All good moving forward. In the flip side, NIU going to be playing with a little bit of a different roster because of the time change for this game. So it is going to be the normal top laner for Saturday matches. Got You Sucker 34 is going to be the top laner here once again for NIU. On the side of Akron, or sorry, the other change. I should probably get to that first. The other change for NIU is going to be for due to the day change, X Reloaded is not available for today's match. But one thing that's going to be very interesting is IXI Shot IXI is a ADC main by trade. So he's been off-rolling a little bit when he's been playing these Wednesday matches for the team in the mid lane role, or sorry, in the top lane role. So, you know what? He's going to get to play his main. He's going to get to play some ADC. So for NIU, we'll go through the lineup. It's going to be Got You Sucker 34, Xanakin, Be Chillin', IXI Shot IXI, and then in the support role is going to be Buff Pillsbury Boy. They are coached by I'm So Boosted Y. On the side of Akron, since we have a minute, let's go through their lineup. It looks like their top laner is going to be a minute, but we have it's going to be Trey Dog up in the top lane for them. Then Llama Demon is going to be the jungler. We're going to see Benson in the mid lane. The ADC will be Desolus, and it does look like United Island will be playing support with Estuk as the sub/coach. He may play, he may not. We're still trying to figure that one out. But looking through, we do see everybody except for their top laner, and Desolus is not quite in the lobby yet, so we might be seeing. I do remember United Island playing a little bit of ADC in the past, so potentially, or actually, maybe it's going to be Estuk playing the ADC role here. On OP.GG, he's playing quite a bit of AD champions, so I'd have to imagine that Desolus is out for today's match, and Estuk is in. So something to give a little bit of a different look here for the Zips. We're just waiting on everybody to be into the lobby. They do have a few more minutes to be able to jump on in. We're going to be a little more generous with the time considering this is an odd Sunday. But it is going to be we're just waiting on, I believe, Trey Dog to be ready and jump on into the lobby, and then we'll have everything ready to go. Looking at the ranks, it's going to be for the side of Akron. Trey Dog typically sits around a Master's level. Then Llama Demon's going to be Diamond 1. Benson, the Platinum 3 mid laner. It's going to be, I believe, let's see, Platinum 4 Frestook. And then United Island is, we'll get to that information in just a minute. for the side of NIU. It's going to be gold 4 on on Buff Pillsbury Boy, so able to get that rank up. Congratulations over to him. But in the top lane, it's going to be Gotcha Sucker 34, silver 1 in that top lane role. The jungler is going to be Xanakin, the Diamond 2 jungler. B Chillin sitting at that nice Diamond 1 rank. IXI shot IXI going to be Platinum 4, and then Buff Pillsbury Boy, like we mentioned, gold 4. All right. Well, we have a minute. We're gonna have a little more time once we get into the game. We have that 3 minutes, but we'll remind everybody that we do have coming up here in just about a week and a half, 2 weeks. It's gonna be Wednesday. Yeah, just a week from Wednesday. And then a week from Thursday, the 22nd and the 23rd, it's going to be Huskies United. You can check out all the information right now on the page, which is dog.niu.edu/NIU esports. That's dog, or if you want to think it spelled out, it's day of giving, but dog.niu.edu/NIU esports. All the information is going to be on there, but we are raising money for the NIU Esports Scholarship Fund. So if check out the page, check out all the stuff that's going to be going on with that, and then check out our streamathon that we're going to be having to go along with it. Wednesday the 22nd and Thursday the 23rd from 5 to 9 p.m. We're going to be having a bunch of games, a bunch of fun activities, and some interactions with the viewers here from different members from all of our varsity teams. So it does give an awesome opportunity to be a part of the Huskies United atmosphere. So check it out. We look forward to having you guys all there. All right. Still just waiting on Akron's top laner, so we should hopefully have him in a little bit. They do have about 7 more minutes before that timer does expire, and I'd imagine we'll probably give them a little bit more leeway, considering the fact that they rescheduled to today in a later time, and we've worked that all out. I see in the chat, coaches are allowed to play. Yes, as long as they're listed as the substitute, that is fine. In this case, it is more than likely because Akron probably has their substitute kind of coaching the team, so we'll see this. I guess the top laner, we're getting an update from Akron. Their top laner is in an hour-long game right now, so we're just waiting on his game to get over. So we'll have to see when that happens. But yeah, obviously, being understanding, Coach Bradley, I'm so boosted Y, or Bebo, if you know him that way, saying it happens as it does. Sometimes games just go a little long. You never know. All right. So we'll be jumping in hopefully pretty soon to game. Once he's out of that game that he's in, then we'll be jumping in here. What we look to see in the draft going through, we see that overall pretty varied champion pools. We've seen things like Gragas, Olaf, and Jax in Trey Dog's match history, but then he has played in matches some things like Pantheon and Jace, very much a carry top laner, so we'll have to see how NIU plays around that one. On the side of Llama Demon, in solo queue he plays things like Belveth, Diana, Viego, but he's seeing more play on the tanks, things like Maokai, Graves, Wukong in the jungle, but a little more carry-oriented, so things like that, Graves and Wukong, a little bit more there. Some Viego, potentially, since he did play that in solo queue. Looking at the mid lane, so in solo queue, Benson is a Zoe one-trick pony. Has played some Syndra, some Orianna, some LeBlanc at times in matches, but truly in solo queue, a one-trick pony, so we'll have to see. Maybe this is the opportunity. Maybe the handshake comes through, and maybe we see the top lane, or sorry, the Rumble for Zoe handshake trade here. So it does look like the side of Akron is ready to go. We'll go through. Astuk plays Caitlyn, Senna, Aphelios, and solo queue. Played some Seraphina, some Varus in matches as well. And then for United Island, usually things like Nautilus, Amumu, Engage Champs, Karma, Leona. Not very much different from that in the matches. Decimus, if he were to show up, he's not going to be actually showing up, though. So, doesn't matter. We won't go through Decimus. What we do is we'll have that ready to go. And looks like they're just waiting for the stream link for their fams. All right. Awesome. We'll give it just a minute, and then we'll be able to go. It's going to be... All right. So now that the stream link has been given out, we should be seeing that pretty soon here. And yeah, so obviously always the tough matchup in the top lane. Pretty much the most differently ranked set here in the Esports Collegiate Conference. Lots of very strong top laners. NIU having kind of that two-man top lane. So we'll have to see if they're able to pull it off here. But as we go, here we go into Champ Select, as NIU has gone towards the blue side. Akron did have side selected. They selected the red side for game number 1. Varus going to be immediately taken off the board. That's no surprise. We've seen a lot of poke comps coming out here in the conference this year. And so, once again, that one going to be taken off the board with the Varus not able to be played here for the side of Akron and Estuk on that one. Now, I may be pronouncing Estuk's name wrong. You know, it could be just the stylized O on the end there, but I'm going to go with it. It's like, it's got the O with the slash, so we're going to go with Estuk, and then hopefully that's not incorrect. But Sejuani got to be taken off the board now. That's been Zanakin's bread and butter. We've seen quite a bit of it, that and Maokai, but I have to imagine that we're not going to see a lot of Maokai now that the nerfs have come through this week. Do keep in mind, Aurelion Sol is enabled. Every other champ is enabled except for Yuumi. Yuumi's changes this week were considered a rework, so she is not available for this week's match. She will be available for the Esports Collegiate Playoffs, but obviously these two teams not in a position to be able to make it to those, so we will see no Yuumi for these teams for the rest of the season. Samira going to be taken off the board, and then Vi by the side of Akron. Again, just pinching that jungle pool. Zanakin having quite the wide pool, but he has played, you know, a decent amount of Vi, a decent amount of Sejuani, so it is going to be taken off the board here by the side of Akron. NIU really going to pinch down Estuk's champion pool. Seraphine going to be taken out of there as well. They really want to get a good matchup here for Ike's Eyeshot in his return to the mid lane, or sorry, the ADC role. And I was hoping the handshake, I was hoping it was going to be available. It is not. The Rumble is going to be banned away here by the side of Akron. So NIU will go towards the Gragas. It'll be something that could play technically towards the top side, could play towards the mid. More than likely, going to be the jungler here for the side of NIU. Gives a little bit more of a tankiness, but does give that AP threat. And Bel'Veth going to be picked up here by the side of Akron for... I believe that is Llama Demon. My apologies. Had that forgotten for just a second. But yes, Llama Demon going to have that Bel'Veth. Definitely a strong pick. It was especially strong at the end of last season. I know that because I, you know, used that to get to gold at the end of the season. Definitely love me some Bel'Veth, but we'll have to see. It is the first time it's shown up in the Esports Collegiate Conference, at least in NIU's games, I should say. Leona, going to definitely have a lot of engage potential there with the Zenith Blade, and is going to be picked up for the side of Akron. One thing I didn't mention, but Gragas could have gone towards the ADC role here, or sorry, ADC, the support role for Buff Pillsbury Boy. Not going to happen now with the Janna, so we will see a true Enchantress support, and definitely one that that works well into a Leona, considering that Leona can dive forward with the Zenith Blade. Janna going to be able to get the gonna be able to use the Tempest to be able to knock back Leona and keep her off of the AD carry, which is going to be Jinx in this scenario. So definitely a hyper carry here in IXI's return. Shot IXI's return to the bot lane. Jinx, a champion that will need a little bit of time to scale, but if IXI shot can get ahead, could definitely be a strong pick here, and Kai'Sa going to be the answer to that one. So it does look like it's probably jungle for jungle and bot lane for bot lane trades. So we'll have to see, as it does look like these are going to be solo lane bans more than likely focused here. Did see in chat that Zoe was let through. That is a good point. You know, we'll have to see if that's where NIU goes with this type of ban here, now that they have their additional 2. Victor going to be taken off the board, so Be Chillin's champion pool now the one that they want to focus, since since Zanakin has had the his pick already, more than likely, in Olaf. Gonna really try to pinch this this top lane champ pool here for the side of Trey Dog. And Aurelion Sol going to be taken off the board. Definitely a new champ. Definitely tough to see in these games. So we'll have to see where this mid lane goes, because it's not going to be towards the Aurelion, it's not going to be towards the Rumble, and it's not going to be towards the Victor. But top lane, we're seeing the same thing. With another focus ban towards Trey Dog, it's going to be the Jax taken off the board. It does leave some things like Pantheon up, theoretically. I'd imagine that Akron will want to go and get themselves kind of no, they do just go with the Zoe. Interesting. I was imagining that they might have wanted to go with the counter pick in the mid lane and then, you know, take their chances with top lane, but they are going to go with the Zoe, so it does give NIU the chance to answer something here, and that is Gotchisucker34's famed Illaoi. Going to be hovered here. We'll have to see if he does go ahead and pick that one up. It's a little bit... not necessarily matching the comp quite as well. It is very team fight oriented, but it is going to be picked up, so it does give another slightly, you know, tanky member here to the side of NIU. And Volibear would be a very interesting pick for the mid lane into that Zoe. Gives a lot of melee threat here with the side of, yeah, that is going to be the Volibear locked in, and that's a lot of melee threat with the Gragas, the Illaoi, and the Volibear. 3 pretty beefy bruisers slash tanks here for the side of NIU, but an interesting angle definitely with that Volibear picked up here for the side of NIU. And Yorick going to be the pick. So again, something very different, but it does enable the split push here with that Yorick, with the Bel'Veth. I guess the idea probably here from the side of Akron is to try to get Bel'Veth into the ultimate form, and then at that point, once she's got her ultimate, if she can continue to pick up Coral, to continue to refresh that, then you're looking at a Bel'Veth who can split push on the side lane with a Rift Herald or a Baron pickup if you're not too familiar with the champion. The Coral is going to drop off of, once she has ultimate, off of any kills, any assists, that sort of thing that she gets. However, on jungle objectives, the Dragons and the Barons, Dragons will give just regular Coral. Baron, because it is a Void monster, does give a Void Coral. Bel'Veth, being a Void monster as well, interacts very well with the Void Coral. So, when Bel'Veth gets a Void Coral, not only does the duration of her ultimate extend much more than it does with regular Coral, but additionally, she then creates a what are called voidlings, but it's effectively like the little mistwalkers that York is going to have. So the point being, with Bel'Veth having the ability to create extra minions for herself, and York having the ability to create extra minions for himself, NIU's got to be a little worried about the 1-3-1 potential with these champions going in, you know, opposite lanes, and then potentially even York just dropping the Maiden of the Mist in the top lane and then, you know, moving towards his team, and it could theoretically be a 1-4-1 in certain situations, depending on how Akron decides to play it out. So, very much a tank meta, as is mentioned in the chat, but a very interesting choice in the team comps here. NIU looking like actually, hold up. I hadn't even mentioned it, but they traded the Volibear and the Gragas. So now Volibear is actually going to be the jungler here for Zanakin. And Gragas, it was a bait all along. It's going to be the pick into the mid lane here and to go against the Zoe. So really just baiting in that Zoe pick. Gragas going to be tanky and going to have the ability to actually cleanse out some of the Zoe Sleepy Trouble Bubbles, some of the damage, all going to be able to be worked around here by that Gragas. So we'll have to see how Beachillin plays it out, but I like the trickery. I like the composition. We'll have to see how NIU is able to play it. The biggest thing for them is they're not looking at 1-3-1. They're more than likely looking to get these big team fights. They want to have their Janna to buff up the Jinx. They want Gragas, Volibear, Alawi all on the front line, stunning people up, and then just throwing damage in with the Jinx. And I think if iXiShot can get ahead or can get a couple kills in any of these team fights, he is going to be a force to be reckoned with. All right. Now 24 seconds left, and then we're going to go ahead and get into game. So feel free to throw your predictions into the chat, and until then, I'm going to take just a moment to collect my thoughts, and then we're going to get into game number 1. All right, and already looking at it, it's going to be teleports for the top laners, but Yorick already doing a little bit of a different type of pickup here. He's going to have the... that is going to be an Ignite and a teleport for Yorick, so... does give a little bit of a different look here. Oh, there you go. And it is going to be as well... we'll go through all of these. There you go. It's going to be the Ignites in the mid lane. That's very standard. Cleanse for iXiShot, whereas Estuk is going to be taking the Exhaust himself. Interesting, because that gives the double combat summoners here with the Ignite for the side of United Island. Buff Pillsbury Boy going to be grabbing the heal in his way. So there you go. We've got the objective timers now. There you go. And we are going to be seeing a normal 5-point here. A little bit of an adaptation on that, considering that Jinx and Janna have both kind of stepped towards that tri-bush. So it will be just a little bit of a backup here. And looking across. All right, everybody just going to kind of step up. And there is a deep ward being placed by the side of Akron. They're going to have their own vision. They do spot out the Janna is here, so they do probably have to imagine that that it is going to be that that bot lane start here for the side of Volibear. Interesting. We do see that this is going to be a leash for Bel'Veth. Admittedly, I don't know if that's as common in Season 13. But last season, it wasn't super common to get a leash on the Bel'Veth. So we'll have to see, nicely using the Q stacks here to just speed it up a little bit. But yeah, NIU gonna fake the leash on towards Volibear, so they'll end up showing up here. He does start towards the bottom, but it does kind of just change the timing a little bit if he's able to get that leash. So nicely done by NIU to fake that out, and that's a nice explosive cast, able to get the little bit of damage on towards Zoe, although it is traded back with the Paddle Star, so it is just going to be the continued trades here on towards this mid lane. Going through the runes, we do see that this is going to be, as that's now a Sleepy Trouble Bubble on towards Be Chillin', and he's going to be taken actually pretty low. With the Ignite here, he could be taken out, but he is going to get enough healing off of his passive there with the ability usage that it won't end up mattering in the end. But it is going to be Chillin' in a tough spot here. Both of these mid laners running out of potions, although the side of the Zoe does have the minion dematerializer available. That's a pretty big wave in the mid lane, but NIU does have their jungler roaming up towards this. They elect not to use the flash and the dash, and it will just be the wave being cleared out here by Be Chillin'. Xanakin doing a nice job of just pressuring in towards that mid lane to figure this one out and protect his mid laner. All right, looking at it now that we have just a second, it is going to be in the runes. It's going to be Grasp of the Undying for the allow. You press the attack for Xanakin on this Volibear, then Arcane Comet for Be Chillin', Lethal Tempo for IXI shot, IXI on the Jinx, and then it's going to be Glacial Augment for the Janna. And you're going to have to be careful here, as this is the Bel'Veth looking for a potential invade, but NIU does have their mid laner roaming up towards this, and they do spot it out, so this could be a potential dash forward into it. Oh, nicely dodged by Llama Demon. He's going to take a little bit of damage with the Explosive Cask, but it won't really do a whole lot in the end. And so it will just be the Rift Scuttle picked up here by Xanakin on towards the top side. Doesn't matter too much for Bel'Veth, as she is going to go for the one on the bot side, although she may look for a gank towards the mid lane here. Definitely hovering a little bit towards that. That could also just be that the Scuttle is kind of sitting that way. Now it is going to be Chillin' in a tough spot, gonna have to dash away. Nicely done, interrupting though by Llama Demon. The Sleepy Trouble Bubble does land, but the Ignite does mean that Llama Demon's gonna have to back away from this one, and so it will be flash used by Be Chillin', but gonna be getting out of that one. Not gonna die, but a nice play there by Akron, forcing the flash and the Ignite. Going through Akron's runes, it's gonna be the Arcane Comet for the Yorick, Conqueror for the Bel'Veth here, Electrocute for Zoe, Lethal Tempo for Kaisa, and then Aftershock for United Island on the Leona. Other things to note: biscuits gonna be available here for the Kaisa, for Janna, for Leona, and I believe there might have been at least one other person taking the biscuits here for the rune, but Trey Dog gonna be a little low on mana here. Got You Sucker doing a nice job of just trading back and forth here with Trey Dog, and NIU now looking. This is a bot lane skirmish, potentially NIU having the engage here, but that's going to be nicely done, doing the Tempest, like we had talked about. The Tempest Tornado going to force the flash off of United Island, and IXI shot IXI going to do a little bit of damage on the backside, though. This is going to be Sleepy Trouble Bubble on towards Be Chill, and he's going to be knocked up as well, and that's going to be first blood over to the side of Akron. NIU's mid laner just stepping a little too far forward, trying to rotate over towards that fight, but not having the vision to be able to do so, and unfortunately going to get punished on that one. So it will be first blood over towards the side of the Zips. Farm leads also going over towards the side of Akron. That's to be expected with some of these more tanky comps, especially melees into ranged. But looking at it, that is going to just miss out on the cannon minion there. Got You Sucker going to step forward, but not going to use... Doesn't have enough mana for the ultimate, so not going to be able to fight that one out. Now, that could be a lot of damage. That's going to be Ignite used as well. Got You Sucker is going to be in a tough spot and will just burn down. Trey Dog having just enough damage to get the kill on that last tick of the Ignite. And Paddlestar going to be dodged, though, by Be Chillin', so it will be 2 kills over towards the side of Akron and none towards the side of NIU. One positive here for Got You Sucker is he does have his Zeal now, or his Sheen. Sorry, that's the wrong one. But yeah, his Sheen has been finished, as has Volibear. So they're starting to get towards the start of their mythic items and starting to build this out a little bit. NIU little bit down in the levels and the gold here. They need to get back into this one. You're going to start up with a Tiamat, which is, I believe that's more of this season's build, but it is an interesting one considering some of the past. And Bolivar is going to be stepping over a ward. Now, Cleanse is going to be used just because it's picked up here by Zoe. And so, NIU going to have to be careful here. The Zanakin, it was spotted on a ward, though Belveth isn't quite with him here. And Belveth actually moving down towards the bot lane. That's a lot of damage. Nicely done. Oh, that's the dash forward. Ult comes through, and the flash. It is going to be Zanakin trading his life, though, but it is the shutdown, and it will be the kill going over towards the side of NIU's jungler. Going to be able to get something out of that, at least. The Lost Chapter does get finished off by the side of the Zoe as well. But NIU does get on the board here with their first kill. Does mean that since Zanakin did die in that exchange, the side of Akron, not Buffalo, Akron, will go ahead and grab that first Drake, so they will have they'll have a Cloud Drake to start themselves off. Infernal going to be the second Drake, so we won't see an Infernal Soul in this game. And this is kind of the issue that we were talking about with the Maiden of the Mist, kind of just sitting here and doing additional damage. It's just going to be that much more difficult for Illaoi to kind of tank up any of these fights, considering that it'll effectively be a 2v1 at all times. Volibear going to do a nice job of clearing out some of that vision, but will be spotted on it as he's clearing it out, so it does mean that he'll have to back away, won't be able to grab any sort of gank here. Nice trades going through from IXI shot, though. Oh, and unfortunate, not able to get the zap on towards the minion there, and not able to grab the last hit on that cannon either, so just falling a little bit behind here in the CS on the bot side. And here is the biggest issue with that Yorick, when he is able to get a bunch of, when he's able to just force Illaoi out of lane, he's able to grab a bunch of damage on towards the turret. Now this is going to be the Drowsy, the Sleepy Trouble Bubble does land. This is United Island though, bot lane going to go in for the side of Akron, and United Island going to take a little bit of damage. Jinx doesn't really do a whole lot yet, considering that she only has that Noon Quiver. But as she gets some of those items, those trades might be a little more beneficial towards the side of the Huskies. It was a nice job of using the Zenith Blade there, but now it is going to be the 2v2 on the top side jungle here for the side or of NIU, as this is going to be Llama Demon. Going to try to dash over the wall. Is he going to be able to do so? Is in ultimate form. So is going to be able to get out of that one, and so it will just be... Now Illaoi is actually here too, so NIU really wanting to commit towards the potential kill on Llama Demon. Not able to grab anything, so it will just be NIU using a bit of time, giving Yorick some more time to free farm up in the top side. And so now they'll have to clear this wave up top. Was a nice attempt at a potential collapse. Didn't really even out into anything here. And now this is going to be the ultimate used, and nicely done by Illaoi using that to stay alive. Sleepy Trouble Bowl is going to be cleansed. And nice ultimate here by the side of Buff Pillsbury Boy, able to keep himself alive, but now B Chillin is potentially going to die as well. Going to be nicely done with the explosive cast, but the flash going to be able to get out of this one. Is he still? The dash is coming through from the Belveth, but is it going to be enough? As Anakin now going to be trying to find the gank up towards the top side, and it is going to be the kill going over towards Anakin, so he'll be 2-0-0. And on the same time, B Chillin did just enough, was able to escape with that one, having the fancy feet and stepping out of the fight there. So it will be 2-3. The gold differential definitely still building in Akron's favor. Looking at it now, this is going to be the Rift Herald and the free push going on towards the mid lane, so this could potentially be a really big chunk of damage on towards this mid lane tier 1 turret. Could potentially even finish off the turret depending on if they're able to clear out this wave. And yeah, the wave clear is just enough from B Chillin, so it won't be able to be the wave or the turret finish off. But Akron getting a lot of gold out of those turret plates here in both the top and mid lane. About a 4,000 gold lead here for Akron. Most of that coming off of the back of those about 10 to 15 CS leads in each of the lanes, as well as, you know, they're up about 4 plates, potentially. Actually, yeah, NIU has yet to take a plate, so Akron is up 9 plates at this point. So this is going to be a lot of damage coming through. Trade Dog going to be getting a nice trade on towards Got You Sucker, and like we mentioned, that's pretty much going to be how this lane gets played out for the entirety of it. Now, Zanakin's going to step forward, and United Island is caught fishing for some vision here. Although that is going to be not actually the kill, as NIU is not going to be able to finish it off. The damage isn't there from the ADC, and so with the side of Llama Demon showing up to that fight, it will be turned around, and Akron's going to be able to get the 2-for-1 in a trade that looked initially like it was going to go towards the side of the Huskies. So Akron doing a nice job of turning things around, and out with that ultimate form Belveth dashing over walls. Looked like they might have had a chance to go for Be Chillin' here in the mid lane, but they're going to back out of that one, and it will be just him roaming towards the top side. I don't think he'll be able to get this one in time. Trade Dog going to go ahead and back away, and so it will just be the second Drake started up here by the side of Akron. Llama Demon going to go ahead and start that one up. And actually, Recall going to be canceled up in the top side, so NIU's going to have to be careful here. That is going to be the Infernal Drake picked up by the side of Akron, and now the knockup goes through Llama Demon, taken very low. That burst is there, and NIU going to be able to grab that ice shot. Going to get the healing from the ultimate there of the Janna. Now Zanakin could potentially follow this one up. Ultimate is not available, but United Island is going to be stunned up. Flashes forward. Now going to be just slowed, and yeah, there's going to be the ultimate coming through from Gragas. NIU going to be able to pick up that one. That is going to be the sleep on towards one. Be Chillin's going to be traded back here. Akron will make it a 1-for-2. But NIU going to be able to grab some of those shutdowns. They do fall further behind in gold, about 5,000 now, but doing a nice job of staying pretty even in kills and getting their carries ahead here. Or not ahead, but at least getting some gold onto their carries. It is going to be Be Chillin' finishing up the Rod of Ages. It looks like Jinx is just going to be at about 450 gold at this point, so not quite enough to be able to finish off the Mythic there, but does have all the components, so I believe she needs about 100 gold, so she'll clear out one more wave and then likely back to be able to grab the Kraken Slayer there, which has been finished off by the Kaisa. So NIU going to have to be a little careful, and actually Akron changing out who's on what side of the map here. They're going to move their mid laner towards the bot side, and oh, flashing forward to be able to grab that paddle star with the super distance paddle star. Nothing that NIU can do to keep that one, to keep the Jinx alive. And now it's going to be the 2v1, actually a 3v1 almost in the top side, as there's going to be the Zenith Blade, and Got You Sucker does a nice job of trading back some damage, but with the E coming through, the Maelstrom coming through from the Belveth, it is just going to be the kill going over towards the side of Akron, and now they're going to grab their second Rift Herald of the match. And this is kind of the worry for NIU, is how do you hold these lanes against a Belveth that's starting to scale, and a Yorick with his Maiden of the Mist also up. NIU elects to not even try for the kill, or not even try for the trade on towards Yorick. They're going to go ahead and just try to get the kill. They will shut down the Kaisa, but they won't be able to grab the Rift Herald here. They might look to try to trade this one. This is going to be in Vision. Anakin could be in a tough spot here. They have to be careful because the Yorick has shown up. Be Chillin's going to be here, and now this is going to be the damages. This is now a 3v2 over the side, but that's going to be the super negative Death Rocket is going to be taken down, and Trey Dog is going to be taken low. He's going to be actually having the Rift Gate canceled on him, and so that'll be 2 kills going over towards the side of NIU. Got You Sucker needs to be careful. He stepped a little too far forward, but it is going to be Llama Demon trying to trade this out, but I don't think he has the damage to be able to do so, and so it will be NIU making it a 2-for-1 once again, and it will be 9-8 in terms of the kills. And unfortunately, though, they lose another turret with that top lane falling, and so it will be now a 7,000 gold lead for the side of Akron. NIU going to have to try to find a way to stabilize. If they're able to get a turret or two here or there, they may be able to jump back into it, especially with that additional turret bounty or objective bounty available to them. You have to imagine that that's really their route into the game. They do have a little bit more on the vision score, although United Island has been doing a really nice job of keeping the vision here for the side of Akron. Llama Demon looking to potentially just set up a death rush, though this is going to be a lot of damage coming over the top. The ult does not land from the side of the Leona, but it will just be the damage traded back. Xanakin now going to be dove forward on by this Kaisa, and now Zenith Blade does follow up too. That's going to be United Island able to grab that. The ultimate used now by Llama Demon. Once again, the ult doesn't come through. That's going to be Benson falling, you have to imagine. Yep, it's going to be the kill given over to Jinx. Now she is excited, so now the side of Akron does have to get out of this one. They are going to be just able to do so, but with the Jinx excited, I think that would have been a little bit scary. Now, this is a dash over the wall. Llama Demon going to be able to find a lot of damage, and that's going to be chillin' diving over the wall, going to be able to flash and just get out of this one, but York is going to be here. Buff Pillsbury Boy will be the sacrificial lamb, and it will be chillin' having to dodge the Void Seeker here. Doesn't end up coming out, so chillin' does get out of this, but NIU, again, loses 2 for 1 in the trade. And so it will be now Xanakin just... Ooh, that was a spectator bug. Did look like he had gotten out of that one, but just barely got caught in the walls there by York. And so will be Akron going up to their 3rd Drake of the game. They'll have their first Hextech, and so they'll be on Soul Point very early on here, and NIU is going to have to contest every Drake from this point on. It's a little bit difficult when you just don't... They're doing a good job of getting some of the vision, but it's just tough that a lot of these control wards have been placed down by the side of Akron. And now this is going to be a lot of damage on towards Trey Dog. The ultimate comes through from the Alawi, but is it going to be enough? Super Mega Death Rocket also landed. Trey Dog going to be taken very low, and it is going to be the kill going over towards the side of Xanakin, so it will be traded 1 for 1, but it does give the side of Akron just more time to push up towards this top lane and steal more of this jungle in NIU's blue side jungle. They need to get some picks, does NIU, and it's very tough to do so, even with their lockdown, with the 3 Drakes already. And now Buff Pillsbury Boy is just going to step away from that. I was a little worried. Now it's going to be Sleepy Trouble Bubble, and just a nice shield there, but now NIU going to have to contest with this Rift Herald placed down in the mid lane. It is kind of just a last-second usage to make sure it doesn't expire. NIU could potentially just stun it up and get the eye, and they will do so. So I don't think it's going to be able to charge. I think it's just going to be a nice job. There you go, delaying it and killing it off for the side of NIU. Not going to be any additional gold into the side of Akron's pockets. If there's one positive to look at, it is that the Volibear is 5, 3, and 4, and that the Jinx has started to get online. She is now 1, 2, and 5, does have an item and a half finished, so NIU does have a route back into this game, but they need to be able to grab some of these picks and turn around some of these fights. The gold is still about 7.5k in the favor of Akron, and so... yeah, here's that issue that we were talking about. NIU going to have to now answer this York split push towards the bot side. He has teleport available, and Akron already just going to start up this Baron, and I don't know if NIU can really do anything to contest it. Now they're going to be able to just send Alawi down towards the bot side. It does mean that Super Mega Death Rocket to check, but it isn't going to be able to really get there in time. NIU going to have to be a little quicker to this, and they're not going to be able to do it. Now, it will be the follow-up fight. United Island taken to about half HP. They're going to be able to grab a lot of damage. Will they be able to get the pick? And it is going to be just the kill going over towards Chillin', and NIU will look to try to potentially follow this up more. Flashes forward, does the side of Xanakin, able to grab a lot of damage on towards Estuk, but is going to be the kill now. NIU doing a nice job. They're able to get the 2 for nothing, but the Baron has fallen, and this is going to be the damage coming through towards Gotchu Sucker. He'll have to be careful here, and NIU going to have probably lose one of these inhibitors, potentially even more, as they need to be able to recall out now, and the Belveth and Zoe are just delaying this phase. Xanakin was able to get his recall off, so he is able to stop any potential further push. IXI Shot's going to be also able to get his recall. Be chillin'. Now going to look for the pick over the wall. Not going to be able to grab it, and Xanakin going to be there to follow up. So now are they going to be able to get the pick on towards Trey Dog here? They're looking to grab it. That's going to be a little bit of damage on towards IXI shot. Actually, now that the Mistwalker did land, that's going to be a lot of damage, and so they'll just have to back out of that one. And looking at it, yes, the Kaisa is ahead still. Is on 2.5, two items at this point. But our Jinx looking like she might be able to get back into this one. Sitting on a couple of long swords of Zeal. Could potentially grab something with a couple of more waves here. So looking at the gold, yeah, sitting at about 380 gold. So getting close to that next item for the Jinx here, which, like I've mentioned multiple times, we're looking at as the scaling option for NIU. Oh, that's going to be the Sleepy Trouble Bubble landing, and NIU doing a nice job, though, of body blocking that with Be Chillin'. So, IXI shot going to be kept at about half HP. A little of a risky engage there, or a little bit risky for NIU, but they do. Now they're going to be spotted on the ward, so I think they thought they had an opportunity to get the pick. Trey Dog going to be taken low, and this is now also the second inhibitor turret going to be used, and Trey Dog going to be taken to about half HP, but Got You Sucker not going to be able to do enough damage through that, and so it will be just the inhibitor taken here by the side of NIU. They're going to have to back away, but Pillsbury Boy taken very low. Heal going to have to be used as the Maiden of the Mist is following up on that one, and while NIU is trying to get this pick on towards Trey Dog, it's going to be the mid lane tier 2 falling, and Trey Dog going to be taken low, flashes over his own wall to make sure that NIU can't get that. Now it's going to be the kill over towards Xanakin. It will be the inhibitor tier, or the inhibitor turret in the mid lane, and the inhibitor dropping as well. So it's going to be the 4v4, and NIU now going to be picked off and split up here, as Xanakin's going to be taken low and picked off, as is the Gragas here of Be Chillin'. IXI shot's going to have to get a pick here and get excited. Is he going to be able to grab anything? He's doing enough damage, but it's not going to be quite enough to get out of this. United Island going to be taken low, and the kill going to be given over to Got You Sucker. The Jinx needing to get something out of it. Benson going to be taken low as well. Now going to be stunned up, so will they be able to get this? They will not be able to get anything out of it. So it will be both Nexus turrets taken by the side of Akron, and a really nice job of sieging the base. NIU doing just enough to keep their base alive, but just barely at this point. I think one solid push from the side of Akron is going to be enough to end this game. And if that's not enough, look at where they're at. They're on the minimap. They are right at the Dragon Pit. They're going to grab themselves this this Hextech Soul at this point. And NIU now going to have to fight through a Hextech Soul team that is up about 11.5k gold at this point. Akron going to go ahead and recall. Phantom Dancer was finished off by IXI shot IXI here, so he's going to be able to get a little more damage in some of these fights, but again, look at the split push coming through from Yorick. It's going to be another time where NIU is going to have to split their focus just to make sure that they don't lose out on two different lanes at once. Now the Maiden of the Mist is going to be called down, and I really don't think NIU can win the effective 6v1 or 6v4. Let me say that one more time. The effective 6v5 fight, especially now with the Alawi going drowsy, going to be taken down to about half HP. Xanakin doing a nice job of getting some damage on towards Benson, but I don't know that it's going to matter. Now that's going to be the also the minion wave's going to be there. Llama Demon going to be taken low, but when you're in the Maelstrom, it's very difficult to kill the Alawi. It is going to be a lot of damage coming back through, but that's going to be the damage on towards the Nexus in 18 to 14. But really not as close as the kills would suggest. It is going to be Akron taking game number 1. All right, well, we'll jump back in for game number 2, but that was a tough one in terms of, oh, wow. Yeah, that was Yorick. Well, just to give some recap, Yorick did 32,000 damage to champions in that game, so a tough situation if you're NIU. 20,400 from Zoe, so Jinx doing a great job of scaling into the game, doing about 16,000 damage, but unfortunately, it's really tough to fight through that Yorick, who, you know, has the Hullbreaker, has the Eclipse, has 32,000 damage. So, and now you're going to have to do some changes into game number 2 to see what happens here. But, yeah. All right. We'll jump on into game number 2 in just a second, and then we should be ready to go. It does look like NIU is going to be going towards the blue side once again, so we'll have to see what they want to do. I'm going to take just a slight minute, and then we'll be back for game number 2. All right, everybody. We look like we're back for game number 2. Just waiting on the readies from each side. Right now, lined up, we see Benson as the jungler and Llama Demon as the mid laner. So we'll have to see if that is indeed the way that they end up playing it out. But interesting that they've changed up pick order a little bit here. NIU is ready. Oh, nope, there they go. Okay, they did mess up their order. And so they are going to move everybody back into the right order here. Yep, there you go. All right, everybody ready. And we should be jumping into Champ Select in just a second. I saw it in the chat. I'm manifesting it. Rumble, 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 rumble. We want the rumble. That's all we want here, ladies and gentlemen. We want to see the rumble. NIU has wanted it every time. It's been banned literally every single game they have played. And so we'll have to see if they are going to get it this time as we get into Champ Select for game number 2. And LeVar is going to be taken off the board early on once again. We'll see where they want to go. These are very similar. You have to imagine that York really isn't able to get a ban because it just takes away something that, you know, would be stronger, but it was definitely an issue there, so NIU will have to answer, you know, something that can potentially counteract the Rumble. Once again, we're going to see if once we're going to see the Sejuani, but York is actually going to be banned. I you know, my apologies. Also, off topic of league, is Overwatch going to the playoffs? Yes. Well, more than likely. They're currently in a playoff spot. We'll have to see. Season's still going on, but it looks likely at this point. Seraphine going to be in that next ban by the side of NIU. Please leave it up. If they leave it up, we finally get to see it potentially last game of the season. You gotta let them have the Rumble. Come on. You gotta do it. Let them have a handshake. And it's the Jarvan ban! Oh my goodness, is it available? NIU. You gotta pick it then. Yeah, I mean, you can't leave it up and then not pick it, right? You gotta just lock it in. You have to imagine. Come on. Do it. Do it. Come on, insert somebody in the chat. Throw in the Emperor Palpatine meme, because we just do it. Well, that's not a that is not a Rumble. That is a Gragas. All right, that could be a Gragas in the mid lane. Could be a jungle Gragas. You know, you never know. I really, you know, we've hyped it up all year. How much we love the Rumble. How much we've wanted it. It's not banned, and if we don't get the Rumble, it's going to be very sad. So we'll have to see. Do we finally get the Rumble here? It's going to be the allow. We take it away here by the side of Akron. Llama Demon going to be able to... that is going to be the side of Trey Dog, able to pick that one up. Now, that was a Fiddlesticks. Now an Urgot Hover. Definitely some interesting picks that you don't see very often. Talia? Okay. Talia could be interesting. Could be a very astute mid laner, and there it is. Could also be a jungler, technically, but you'd imagine it's probably going to go towards the mid lane, especially after the rework it got last season. So where does NIU go with these? Do they go with the bot lane picks? Do they do it to them? Do they grab the Rumble? I want to see it. I've got this image of just what the Rumble's going to be like in my head, and I just want to see it. No. The Ahri. Oh, no. And the brand. Okay. AB. Give me Rumble. Please. I want to see it. Azir. Okay. Different hovers. Let's see where they're going to go. Be chillin'. Where do they want to go with this? Do they grab the AD carry? Do they grab something different? It is going to be... the Rumble lock-in, ladies and gentlemen. It's happened. We have finally gotten it. It has been every single game this season. It has not been allowed to be played, and it finally got picked. This one is for you, Tim. Tim, I know you're out there in the chat. Go ahead and throw it in there that, yes, we have finally seen B Chillin's famed Rumble. Will he be able to make it 1-0 on the esports collegiate stage? You have to wonder, but it is going to be Senna picked up for the side of Akron here. We need it, we want it, we got it. It is finally picked up here for the side of NIU, is that Rumble. So, where does Akron go with these bans? It's going to be Kaisa. So they're taking something that they played themselves off the board. Although with the Senna, you have to imagine... oh, Belveth's going to be taken off the board too. So two of Akron's strong picks from last last game, going to be picked or banned away here by the side of NIU. So nicely done. Some adjustments to the draft. I wonder if you know, this could be setting up for potential game 3 if the Rumble is as famed as we've heard it being. So always gonna be a fun one. And Akron gonna go ahead and ban away that Xayah. So the Jinx still available. I think NIU might want to go towards something a little different. Jinx does take a little bit to scale into the game. I think that was kind of part of the issue, was by the time Jinx was really online, it was a little too late to be able to do so. Viego going to be banned away here by the side of NIU. So where do they go with these final two picks? Where does Akron go with this one? They need a top laner. They need a support, you have to imagine, or an ADC maybe. Cho'Gath would be an interesting one. Would be very tanky. With that Alawi... Is that Alawi jungle? Where... Okay, Cho'Gath could be picked up. Now I'm confused where any of these things are going in different lanes. I like the Grogu's. We got some Grogu's in the chat. OEJ Gamer. Welcome to the chat. Looking at it, we've got a Hecarim for NIU. Is this a Gragas top lane? Or a Hecarim top? What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is such a weird draft. I have no clue what anybody's doing at this point. This is just, everybody's just running around, and we got the Headless Horseman, we got the Rumble. Probably needed 80 key. Gosh darn it, I can't speak right now. But Zeri, thank you, Buff Pillsbury Boy, for putting me out of my misery, picking the Zeri so I don't have to say ADC again. Yeah. Where does Akron want to go? Do they need an 80 carry? Is the Senna going to be 80 carry? Who do you go with here? Is that a support Senna? Is it support Cho'Gath? Support Talia maybe? Who knows? It's going to be Olaf locked in. What the heck is either of these drafts? Alright, so this seems more standard from NIU. It's going to be Gragas top lane, Hecarim jungle, Rumble mid lane, and then Zeri Nami. That's pretty standard. On the side of Akron, what is going on? Hold up. Is this a fasting Senna with the Cho'Gath as the ADC AP carry type deal, with Senna being played by the support? 20 seconds, and that is absolutely what it is. What the heck is going on, ladies and gentlemen? We have officially seen it all. We've got an Olaf Alawi Cho'Gath with a Talia jungle and a Senna ADC. Or sorry, a Senna support. Akron went ahead and said, you know what? It's a Sunday. They got Sunday dinner. They're cooking it up. They got to cook something different because this is crazy. What is going on here? All right. Well, we got 3 minutes to stew on that one. We got 3 minutes to figure out what the heck is going on in today's game. And we got 3 minutes before we go ahead and get into game number 2. Potentially NIU's last game of the season. Potentially Akron's last game of the season. Will NIU be able to grab a win here and potentially force a game 3? The first best of 3 that goes the distance in this season? You have to wonder. All right, they have 2 minutes and 15 seconds. I'm gonna let you guys talk amongst yourselves in the chat, and we'll be back when we'll be back with game number 2 when it starts on up. See you in 2 minutes.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. "30 seconds until minions spawn. Minions have spawned.
Yeah.
Explosive face smelter!
First blood.
Audacious bravery sheet! Courageous Giga Guard! Galactic Hyperberry! Rising World Phoenix Fire! shelter.
Killing spree.
Shock rocket. Flame spitter. Drills of defiance. Fiery spirit of the Euro. for a shield. Blammo torpedo!
Godlike. Blue team has slain the dragon. Killing spree. Shut down. Red team double kill.
Pain doesn't own you.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed. Shut down.
Need more power. Amped up.
Blame drill finale!
Woohoo!
Just Giga Guard!
Shut down. Red team's turret has been destroyed.
To fuel up.
Red team's turret has been destroyed. Has slain the dragon.
Ready.
Red team's turret has been destroyed. Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Galactic hyper barrier. Audacious bravery shield. Courageous Giga Guard.
Red team's turret has been Blue team double kill.
Rising Neural Phoenix Fire.
Blue team double kill.
And done.
Ace.
Audacious bravery shield. Galactic hyper barrier.
Red team's turret has been destroyed. Red team's inhibitor has been destroyed.
Yes.
team double kill. Blue team slain the dragon. Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Audacious bravery shield. Courageous Giga Guard.
Red team's shut down.
Zap action! Audacious bravery shield! Flame spitter! Courageous Giga-Guard!
Shut down. Red team has slain the dragon.
Now! Fiery
Woohoo!
Aced.
Come on, charge already! Better hurry!
Red team's inhibitor has been destroyed. Red team's turret has been destroyed. Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Well, hello everybody. How are you? Welcome to game number 3. As you can tell, clearly the mic was muted the entire time. How wonderful. But you guys saw a wonderful game number 2 as NIU did got their Rumble finally, and they're going to go ahead and they forced game number 3. So we'll be back for game number 3 in just a second. My apologies. This time I won't have the mic muted the entire game. I apologize for that one. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and start it off with game number 3 here in just a minute. But we'll give everybody a chance to catch their breath, and then we'll head on in to the third game. All right. Well, you guys can hear me this time. I'm sure you can. I hope you can. It would be silly if, it would be silly of me to mute myself for an entire game. I mean, that never happens at all. Anyway, we're back for game number 3, ladies and gentlemen. It has been a banger of a game number of, you want to recast? All right. Brian, send me the replay file. We'll recast that game. We'll post it up, hopefully, or something like that. We got you. All right, that sounds like a plan. We'll get that for you, especially if NIU is able to take game number 3, because as you guys see on your screen there, this is the deciding match. That's why we heard some silver scrapes. It's why we come to these best of 3s to finally get a third game, and looks like we are just about ready to jump on in. And for the first time, we're going to see Akron on blue side this time. So a little bit of a different look for this game number 3, and I've always voted that we take LCK rules into effect and that we do blind pick for game 3. I haven't got my way on this one, so we're just going standard rule sets, everything like that. But it is going to be blue side for the side of Akron on this one. NIU going to be on the red side here, and looking at it, you have to imagine that we're not gonna see any rumbles this time. It was a monster. On top of that, IXI shot IXI's Zeri was just too good for the side of Akron. And so now we're going to see the Sejuani banned away first for the side of Akron. It is going to be a little bit of a different look here, but the bans, they're keeping very similar. They're going the same. Varus is the first ban on the side of NIU once again. Do we go back to the Rumble ban? Vi once again. Okay. Well, NIU now has their chance to ban what they'd like here. Is this the handshake of the Zoe? No, it's not. Absolutely not. That champ is gone. We're going to force Benson to play something a little bit more out of the comfort zone. We saw that he was not nearly as strong on the other champs as he was in the first game on that Zoe. So we'll have to see. It could have been just the fact that the Rumble was available. There it is. It's banned away. So you guys have seen it. It is now a... Let me do the math. This is game number 12. 11 times is 22... Okay, so we've seen 24 out of 25 games Rumble banned away. But you know what? The thing that matters, it's 1-0, ladies and gentlemen. It is 1-0 for the side of B Chillin'. All right, Belveth gonna be picked up here by the side of Akron. They're taking Llama Demon onto that one. He's been strong on the champion. We've seen that a couple of times, or we saw that in game number 1 for sure. So NIU, what do they want to do? Obviously, the Rumble is not on the board anymore. They go back to the Zeri. You had to imagine that with that making it through, it had to be the one that they picked up here. They definitely had a lot of strong suits with it in game number 2. And so, and so they will go ahead and pick that one up for themselves here in game number 3. As we go. Nami, you had to imagine it's the same bot lane matchup that we saw game 1. Nothing to no reason to change it. Now, United Island is he has been more of an engaged style player, so I'm not surprised to see him go back towards this Nautilus, go back towards something a little bit different. Obviously, Center Cho'Gath was not they lock that in, we have to remake. That Yumi is disabled. They cannot lock that in. Okay, I was gonna say if they had locked it in, it would have been an issue. But Jhin gonna be a little bit different. It is gonna be more of a, lockdown, high damage burst type ADC. Now Jarvan going to be locked in for the side of NIU, gives them that Demacian standard combo, gives them the flag drag, gives them some engage, as well as the Cataclysm to really lock in this side of Akron. Especially when you have something like the Nautilus and the Jhin, they don't really have a lot of mobility. They don't. I mean, you can if you put the Cataclysm down, yes, Nautilus has his hook. He has his dredge line, but if you put down the Cataclysm, he's not going anywhere. He's not going to dash over or, hook through the Cataclysm. So, really nice adaptation here by the side of NIU, picking up the Jarvan to give themselves something a little bit different here in game number 3. York going to be banned away, as is that's going to be the Vladimir, also banned away here by the side of Akron. Jack's going to be banned away by NIU. So they are just putting more and more pressure on towards that top side, making sure that they have the right picks and the right bans available for themselves here in game number 3. So they really want to make sure that they push Trey Dog a little bit. Aurelion Sol, we've seen it banned almost every game, so you had to imagine that was coming back. Now, running through all of the different mid laners, all the different potential mid laners, I saw in there a Corki, I saw in there some Ahri, saw in there some Veigar, Ahri, now Twisted Fate even potentially going to be hovered, but Ahri looks like the one they keep going back towards. You'd have to imagine it is going to be the Ahri once again for the side of B Chillin'. And we've seen it. His Ari can be super strong when given the opportunity to do so, and they are going to lock in that Ari. LeBlanc. Now this is already, except for the Belveth, this is looking like a season 10, season 11 type of comp. I mean, you got LeBlanc, you've got Camille or Cassante. Now the Cassante could be a tough one. Are we going to see Susan? All right, Olaf going to be the hover here once again. Scion, okay. This, I mean, there's so many different ways that that the side of Akron may want to play towards this top lane, and looks like the Olaf is going to be locked in. Yes, it is, and so that's going to be back towards the side of Akron, playing with this. When he was able to get, you know, by Olaf was a bit of an issue for NIU in the last game. I'll be the first to admit it. The biggest thing that we saw was Akron was able to utilize that Olaf, but luckily for NIU, B-Chillin on the Rumble was so far ahead already that it didn't really matter. Alawi, just comfort pick here from Gotcha Sucker 34. He'll finish it off. Not super counter on either side there, but it really just depends on if Alawi is able to get ahead before the Ragnarok comes through from Olaf here. Otherwise, much more standard draft here from the side of Akron. NIU, they've been playing pretty standard the entire time, and then we will see that one go through. As here it is, 25 seconds. They get until 20 to change something, so maybe something, you know, less standard comes through. No, there it is. Okay, it is locked. Everybody can calm down. Not going to move anything. We're going to see just the 12 seconds, then we're going to see a 3-minute timer, and this time I'm not going to mute myself so that way you guys don't have to worry about me losing the ability to cast all of game number 3. So, all right, with that in mind, 3 minutes before the deciding game for this one. There we go. My apologies. Oh, my apologies. For it freezing up there, but yeah, 2 minutes 40 seconds until we get into game number 3, the final game for either of these teams in the 2023 ESC League of Legends season. It all comes down to this: will Akron move to, I believe it's 6 or 7-7 on the season? No, they don't play 14 games. My apologies. Move to 6-6, I believe it would be. Or will NIU move to 4-7? I mean, 4-8? Let's see. Let's see what we've got. Will Akron move to the, as I can't see it, they'll move to 6-6, or will NIU move to 4-8? Yes, that's right. I can do math in my head. It's been a long day already. We got a long set of games. We've got a game 3, so just having troubles doing the math in my head. But yeah, that's where it is. You know, it's a consolation prize for either team on the season. It's been a nice learning opportunity for NIU throughout this year. Definitely a newer team, and been putting up some good fights against some of the teams, you know, at the conference. So forcing game 3 against, you know, a team that may not have been on paper, you know, may have been a little bit on paper above their skill level, especially, you know, I have to hand it over to Gotcha Sucker 34, the fact that he's been holding his own in that top lane against Stray Dog. I mean, that's quite an accomplishment already. But all in all, gonna be a great game number 3. We're excited to see it. We should be jumping in 44 seconds. Then we'll get you guys the runes. We'll get you guys the summoner spells. We'll get you guys the lowdown on the compositions. But overall, we got 30 seconds. So one last time. I say it every time. Oh, thank you, Bradley. I appreciate you saying that I have a beautiful, soothing voice. That's very kind. I don't know. Anyway, you're getting me distracted from my from my ad read here. But one last time, coming up next week on Wednesday and Thursday, that's going to be the 22nd, 23rd. We're going to have the Huskies United campaign is going to be going on. We're going to do from 5 to 9 p.m. both nights right here, same Twitch channel, Huskies, NIU _ esports on Twitch. We're going to have the streamathon stuff going on, so we're going to be excited about all of that. And at that point, we're going to be able, hoping to raise money for the NIU Esports Scholarship Fund that benefits all of our students. So we're really excited about that. Stop on by, check out the website. It's going to be dog.niu.edu/NIU esports, dog.niu.edu/NIU esports, and that's going to give you all the information that you need about the Huskies United campaign that we've got going on. All right. Real quick. Game. There we go. Hopefully you guys can see that. Let me just double check that you can, and yes, you can. So, already we see that it's probably going to be a Chemtech, I believe, Drake, considering that, no, it's the Hextech, because it is bugged out and not showing. So Hextech's going to be Drake number 1, going through runes and summoner spells, although Llama Demon, okay, going to be caught by the Demacian Standard. Nicely done by Xanakin, able to get a little bit of a poke out there. Going through. It's going to be, this time, it is not the teleport from Trey Dog. He's looking to single-handedly win his lane and not rotate in towards these fights. So he has the Ghost and the Flash this time. He does not have teleport, so keep that in mind, that is going to be something to keep your eyes on. He also is going to be running the Conqueror. It's going to be Belveth with Conqueror. It's going to be Teleport for and Electrocute for the LeBlanc, as we already are seeing a little bit of a trade here from Trey Dog. He'll look to try to get this early aggression, and yeah, he's actually going to force the recall here. You have to imagine. Nope, Ilaoi is going to cancel that. Heal and Fleet Footwork for Jin, and then Ignite and Glacial Augment for Nautilus. Those are very standard. On the side of NIU, it's going to be Teleport and Conquer for Ilaoi, Conquer for the Jarvan, Electrocute and Ignite for the Ahri, Ghost and Lethal Tempo for Zeri, and then Summon Ahri and Heal for the Nami. A little bit of a trade going on in the mid lane here already, as Benson just going to look to grab that, and he will just, he'll get his Electrocute off first, and then NIU with Be Chillin' able to grab a little bit of an Electrocute of their own. Trey Dog gonna dodge the W there, and that's pretty much the skill matchup of this lane. If Gachi Sucker is able to land his damage, then, you know, it really can go towards the side of the Ilaoi. Already a slight farm lead going over towards the side of Astuk. Going to be the big reason why the side of Akron are up about 400 gold here. Be chillin'. Going to take a nice chunk of damage there from LeBlanc. That's pretty much how this lane will go at the for the first 6 levels, and then it's up to Ahri to be able to turn things around once she gets her ultimate. Both these junglers going for full clears, and you had to imagine that was going to be the case. It's very standard on both of these champions. Nice damage coming through. Actually, Gotcha Sucker taken very low, but with the level up, does get a little bit of healing back. So now Xanakin is up towards the top lane. Demacian Standard nicely done with the reposition on the flash, but it doesn't matter. Trey Dog able to grab the damage. Now Benson's also here, so it will be NIU having to back away. I thought they had the damage, but not able to grab it. Nice healing coming through. Xanakin also almost getting picked off there by LeBlanc, but LeBlanc able to walk away from it. Or sorry, Xanakin able to walk away from it. Now the Ignite does come through. Flash going to come through, and the heal from the bot lane here of NIU. They're going to lose out on the Summoner spell trade, but it is going to be the pullback, and the damage comes through. Trey Dog going to be taken very low. The healing from the shield. Now it's going to be Gotcha Sucker grabbing the kill. Nicely done. Demacian Standard does mean that the assist goes over towards towards Jarvan. And so NIU overall will make this a 1-for-1 in the extended trade. They will lose out on quite a bit of CS off of this, but they do keep the kills even and keep themselves in this very well. Llama Demon going to be now pushing towards the mid lane. Minion Dematerializer going to be on the LeBlanc here. It is going to be the biscuits for Olaf and for Alawi. Doesn't look like anybody else has them at this point. Hatchsucker doing a nice job of stealing the souls from the top laner here of Akron, Trey Dog, and actually NIU could potentially be looking to push out this bot lane and then potentially roam over for the dragon. Would be a nice aggressive early Drake here with the Hextech. They are positioning, both junglers are positioning towards this, so would be a nice combination here. Oh, not able to dodge out from the undertow, not able to dodge out from the second undertow, not able to dodge out from the third, and now the flash is able to keep him in safety. But Gotchisucker did a nice job of taking the soul from Trey Dog and trading back, getting some of that damage and getting some of the heals, but did have to use the flash, does Gotchisucker, so it will be a little bit of a worry point there for NIU. You got to be careful if you're the Alawi at this point in the game. Akron, as NIU did reset there on the bot side, it does look like Akron's going to be the ones to start up, get the vision for this Drake. They do have the inside positioning. It is closer to them on the blue side here. So they are going to go ahead and start that up. And actually, no, they're not. They're just going to grab the potential gank towards the bot lane here. NIU does not spot them, but does ping that there might be something there, especially with the aggressive positioning. That was a nice try at the undertow, but not able to grab, not the undertow, sorry, the dredge line. Not able to grab anything. United Island now in a nice spot to be able to grab some damage on towards Zeri. Zeri doing a nice job of dashing over the wall, making sure she does not get take any damage here. NIU gonna just try and position themselves in such a way to be able to, you know, dive in if Akron does start up this dragon. It looks like neither team really wants to start it up. Benson gonna dash over the wall, get a nice chunk of damage on towards B Chillin', but yeah, nicely traded back. But that's gonna be the first. That's gonna be the kill potentially. Yeah, just following that up, ult was available. Undertow does just mean enough damage, although with the ignite, nicely done. Gotchisucker getting just enough damage with his ultimate there to be able to get the kill. And now IXI shot taken low, but does have the dash over the wall to be able to grab that. Now dash forward from Xanakin. This is pretty aggressive. The charm does come through, doesn't end up landing, but now Benson is taken low as well. NIU does see him. They have the ignite, and the flash now has to be forced out from Benson. That's not a very good, not a good dredge line, but does end up getting just enough distance to get to safety. So NIU not going to be able to grab anything else out of that, but with the, oh nice, with the LeBlanc taken very low, it does mean that, yeah, now actually, this could be the jungler of both teams stepping a little too far forward. Now NIU able to grab a little bit more out of this one, and it is just a 1-for-1 with both junglers falling in that engage, and so it will mean that neither team will start up this dragon, as it looked like there might have been a potential pick on towards Llama Demon, and then it was just the pick ended up going on towards Xanakin right afterwards, so... Now both teams will reset, and once again we're going to see one of these dragon dances that we saw so often in the game number 2. You know, should I say it? Probably not, but you know, it's almost like Game of Thrones in here because we got Dance of the Dragons going on in every game. Sorry, that I'll see myself out after that one, but it doesn't matter. We're just seeing a 1.2k gold lead in favor of Akron right now, so not super large for either team here. Both teams just looking to get their bot side jungle cleared out, and then looking to see what they can grab out of this. Llama Demon and Xanakin both level 5. Now Llama Demon does get 6 at this point, so that's pretty important for the side of Akron. They're probably going to want to look towards this Rift Herald, potentially give up the dragon to get the Rift Herald in order to allow Xanakin, or sorry, not Xanakin, Llama Demon to have the Empowered ultimate. But they do have vision if NIU does elect to start up this dragon, so NIU likely needs to trade this out. There is going to be the side of Akron starting up the Rift Herald, and so NIU should theoretically start up this dragon. They do with Xanakin. They don't necessarily roam up the bot lane quite yet, and so Xanakin will just start this up, and it'll be the junglers soloing each of the objectives cross-map. I think this is just a nice play from NIU, electing to trade 1 for 1 on, or electing to trade objective for objective. It does give the slight advantage over towards the side of Akron with that Herald, but I think overall NIU will take that trade. Nicely done, getting themselves the Hextech Drake and getting a little bit closer to that all-important Dragon Soul later on in the game. NIU not quite in the great position here. They need to roam up towards the top side. This is a proxy and a potential dive coming through between the Rift Herald and Olaf proxying here. NIU is electing to move their bot or their mid laner and their jungler up towards the top side here to potentially take this pick. Now that's going to be the dash on towards the... Oh, the charm doesn't land. Xanakin's in a tough spot here. Demacian Standard doesn't matter, and so it will be the ultimate. Now this is going to have to be the damage over the wall, but Ahri not able to grab it, but is able now to get one, actually. Wow, traded back, and that's going to be chill and taking 2 kills. So now we'll see if he's able to grab the kill on towards Benson, and now we're seeing damage down towards the bot side. Charm should be back off cooldown. Nope, not quite soon enough, so it will be the side of NIU just backing away. It is a, I believe that's a 2 for 2 once again, but crucially for NIU, you get 2 kills on towards the Ahri, and the LeBlanc doesn't really get anything out of that, and so it is just the advantage continuously going on towards B Chillin here. And we've seen that he has the ability to carry in some of these matches. Oh, now taking 2 turret shots, that's going to be tough. You don't really want to do that as a mid laner, but or as any champ for that matter. But overall, NIU doing a nice job of just delaying this Rift Herald push, potentially in the top lane. They'll clear out some vision here from the side of Akron down towards the bot side. About a 2,000 gold lead in favor of Akron here, but NIU keeping the kills very even and crucially having the ability to continue scaling in this game. Now, potentially, NIU needs to be careful. Got You Sucker is going to be in a tough spot. He is going to be knocked up. I don't think he's going to be able to get out of this one. It is going to be the dash, yeah, just going to be the kill going over towards Llama Demon on that one. And so there it is. That's going to be the Rift Herald placed down and the ultimate used. So going to pick up the Coral. And NIU not really able to answer this, so they probably will end up losing their top lane tier 1 turret out of this engage. Not a whole lot they can do here. Yeah, there's enough damage, so they are going to put down the Herald now. So NIU will just have to clear that out before it answers anything on the top side. Though they do roam down 2 towards the bot side, so they could potentially look for a dive here. Nicely done. That's going to be the charm, and that's going to be the full damage on towards Istok. It is going to be the Cataclysm as well. The reset comes through, and so NIU will do a nice job of getting the dive, and so they'll go ahead and now Got You Sucker is in a tough spot. There's going to be the CC immunity, and not going to be enough from NIU, as their top laner does attempt it, but the Herald gets that second charge, so he'll die once again, and it will be the top lane tier 2 also falling for NIU, and that is not what you want to see. It is definitely why you take the flash on the Olaf, but to have that original, the first play there, B Chillin actually going to be in a tough spot here. Nicely done to dash over that, or to get away from that. Flashing away, now charming, and will he be able to get any damage? No. Alawi just, or sorry, Belveth just doing enough to stay out of range of the turret. And so it will be the 1 additional kill over towards the side of Akron. It'll be the 4,500 gold lead on towards Akron as well. Crucially, NIU has a potential shutdown on the Olaf. If they can get a kill, if they can get a pick, they have the opportunity to get back into this game. Now this is channeling the Hex Flash. Nicely done to dodge. That was just a miss on the dredge line. But Xanakin, nicely done to get out of that. Not going to fall to that one, as that could have been spelling certain death for the NIU jungler. Trey Dog just going to get even more gold, as he's going to get another couple of plates on towards the bot lane. A little bit of an aggressive flag and drag there combo from the side of NIU, though now with the Cataclysm, yeah, that was just a bit aggressive. United Island will fall, and he will trade that 1 for 1. With the ultimate, now the curtain call does come through from Jin. Will it be enough? Llama Demon is going to be in a nice spot to be able to grab that, but the charm does mean that he won't be able to follow that up, and so NIU, now with the reinforcements of their own, will make sure that's just a 1-for-1. And now 5-0-0 is Be Chillin' on this Ari. Needs to be the one to carry and has the potential to do so, but will need to be staying ahead. Now with the recall, we'll be able to grab, more than likely, that's going to be the... Yep, that is the Leandri's Torment. Going to be finished up here by the side of Be Chillin'. Gotcha Sucker not able to land the pull there, the soul, and so he'll just take a nice chunk of damage. Oh, while all that was happening, didn't show it on screen, but the Chemtech Drake was taken by the side of Akron, so they'll continue to grab, you know, objectives towards their side. Trey Dog now could be in a bad spot. He's going to be slowed. That's going to be Ragnarok, but will it be enough? Gotcha Sucker is going to be taken low, but he will fall, and now it'll be... Will NIU be able to trade this one? No, it's going to be the 2-for-1. Olaf doing what Olaf does best when he's fed, and that is grabbing a couple of kills in trade for his own life and buying his team time to be able to grab more objectives. So, it will be the Ocean Soul in this one, and this is what I was talking about with Akron now starting up the Rift Herald. They have 3 members on it, NIU not really able to get in towards this pit, and so, you know, they won't really have an opportunity to get back into this one, or to get back into that dragon, Baron pit, I should say, not game. They certainly have an opportunity to get back into the game. But crucially, I mean, Be Chillin' needs to just keep scaling and stacking this Dark Seal. Now, NIU does see this one. Actually, they don't see Llama Demon. This is a tough spot to be in. Does not land the dash, but or the knock-up, but is able to grab the damage. Now, Benson gonna take Xanakin quite low, but that's actually gonna be the charm landing. Nicely done. NIU will take a couple of the shots from this curtain call, but just going to be kind of a waste of the ultimate there from Estuk. I think there was I see the idea, but unfortunate for Akron, not a whole lot that they get out of that one, and so it will be NIU with an opportunity to just answer some of these lanes. And yes, the early game push does go towards the side of Akron, but NIU has a couple of scaling champions. They have their ADC here in the Zeri is going to scale. They have the mid laner in Ari is going to scale as well, but Gotcha Sucker may just be run down here. That's going to be the ultimate use. Going to keep him a little bit healthier, but not going to be quite enough. Now Dredgeline does come through. That's going to be on towards IXI shot. He's going to be taken low, but now NIU does have the Cataclysm. Estok is going to be taken low and going to be killed off. Now Llama Demon now could potentially be traded back. That's going to be the E coming through from Ari, or sorry, from the Belveth. Be Chillin' has his ultimate. He's going to get a nice chunk of damage. That's going to be the damage, and Llama Demon's going to fall as well. NIU could be able to turn this one around. It is a 3-for-2 in favor of the Huskies, but Benson will be able to get out of this one. Is the charm going to land? Nicely done. That's going to be the charm, and that's going to be the kill. Going, no, it's not, because that's the clone. Nicely done using the block clone to perfection there by Benson, but NIU able to grab more damage towards this mid lane tier 2 turret, or tier 1 turret. The teleport does mean that since Benson comes back, they won't be able to get that turret, but overall, NIU does grab some damage back towards it. They grab some 1-2 kills back, and they continue to scale their AD carry and their mid laner here in game number 3. Setting the scene, they definitely, NIU is not in they're not in the lead by any stretch. They're definitely behind in this matchup, but they have avenues back into it. They need to clear out this Rift Herald in the mid lane. They're going to look to do just that, and before it charges again. Oh no, the eye closed, and so we'll get that. But that's going to be the charm over the wall. United Island is taken very low, and that'll be the kill going over towards IXI shot. Nicely done to donate that to NIU's AD carry. Now the ultimate is still available for Be Chillin'. He has 2 more procs of it. Can he use 1 to get over the wall here? Now, oh, I think just a case of mistaken identity and timing, because I think otherwise, if he knew that the Jhin was just over that wall, that would have been another kill if he had the charm available. NIU going to look to potentially position towards this dragon that spawns in 54 seconds. They need to answer this push towards the top lane from Benson, but they also need to be careful to not give up yet another dragon to put themselves in a tough spot. Luckily, they did split the first 2, so it's not like either team has a super early soul point in this one, but it is going to be up to NIU to kind of answer some of these pushes. Akron now going to ping on towards the dragon. They want to start it up. NIU looks like they might be walking towards it as well. They have to be a little bit knowledgeable, and so that's going to be a nice job of using the Scryer's Boom to get vision. They are down a decent amount, so do they elect to just not go for it? It kind of looks like they are just going to elect to sack this Drake and let Akron get to their second Drake. Although now they do decide to go in. Akron has started it up. Benson's in a nice spot. That's not going to be able to land the charm. Nothing lands, and so Akron, actually, NIU just goes ahead and does quite a bit of damage. That's going to be Dragon going over towards the side of Akron, but will NIU be able to re-engage on this one? Got You Sucker going to do a nice bit of damage towards the backside, but Olaf going to be using the Ragnarok in the back lane, and so it is going to be 2 for nothing. Triple kill on towards the Olaf, and it is a 4 for nothing so far, and now an ace. That is a clean ace from the side of Akron, and that is the power of that Olaf when he gets ahead. Unfortunate for NIU. That likely... Akron not even going to elect to go towards the Baron here. I would have imagined that this is the situation where you just kind of back away and go for Baron, but they decide to not even take that right now. Now they elect to go towards it. We'll see if they're able to get it before NIU does respawn, with Xanakin doing so just now. They do have quite a bit of damage. Their Baron take is decently quick, but NIU has the way to get to that, but depends on how much cooldown reduction. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, that is just the Bel'Veth damage once she's able to get... oh, yeah. I was not accounting for the Wit's End there. So, yeah, the Wit's End and the Kraken Slayer, that is just Bel'Veth able to run through that Baron extremely quickly. And so NIU does lose out on the Baron, and that's just going to allow the side of Akron to continue to scale even heavier. They're going to be looking at a 12,000 gold lead at 21 minutes. Not really the position you want to be in if you're NIU. They do have some healing reduction, though, from NIU. They have the Orb of Oblivion, and then they have a Thorn Mail, or I believe that's the Bramble Vest, thank you, is going to be available for the side of NIU. So they will have some healing reduction to try to cut through this Olaf before he's able to heal up and burst them down. Potentially looking for a pick. Got You Sucker going to step forward a little bit here. Does spot United Island, but they know he's here. Llama Demon also going to be there, so it will be just the clearing of the vision by the side of Akron. NIU needs to be able to get something out of this too. And so they will just clear their own vision. But obviously Akron taking quite a bit of the jungle priority here and having, you know, a decent area of the map to have control over. So they're doing a nice job here. Are the Zips to be able to take control of this map, and you know that's reflected in that gold lead that they do have. NIU going to look to continue to just push through these waves. Now, crucially, Zeri has not been able to get to the Runaan's Hurricane quite yet. That was, you know, a big point of emphasis in last game. So getting closer to that item, sitting at about 900 gold and a Zeal, so looking to need about 600 more gold, I believe, to get that item. But NIU going to have to scale their carries into this one. That would be the Zeri and the Ari for the most part, while also they need to hold these waves against a baroned up super tank in that Olaf. NIU looked like, ooh, that was a nice try on the Flag and Drag, not able to grab it. Got You Sucker. Looked like he might have had some damage on towards the Olaf, but Olaf just so dang tanky, able to grab that one, and now it will be the continued clearing of these waves. NIU just having to wait out this Baron at 325. It's about a minute left on the Baron still, although the nice thing is it's so early that these Nexus or inhibitor turrets are pretty durable at this point. So NIU doing a nice job of just clearing out these waves and holding on to these inhibitor turrets. Looking at it, let's check out how long they have on this Baron buff. It is going to be just timing out now, actually. So my apologies, I had that mistimed, and so that will be NIU doing a nice job of just holding their base through this Baron. It will mean that Akron will get this inside positioning towards Dragon number 3, or sorry, 4. Likely will mean that Akron goes to Drake Point here, or Soul Point, with the Ocean Drake. Really unfortunate. NIU would really hope to have that one, especially with the poke that comes out from the Olaf, with the poke that comes out from the LeBlanc. You need to be able to burst them down, and so if they're able to just back out, if you're not fully able to kill them, and then heal up and then come back into the fight, it's a tough situation to be in for NIU. Overall, they're going to go ahead and just continue to farm out these waves. The Ahri sitting pretty close to a death cap. Yeah, needing just about 300 more gold, so she's trying to get that death cap before the next fight. Doesn't matter on this one, as NIU will just have to give up this dragon, allow the side of Akron to get to their own soul point here. And there it is. It's going to be Akron going to soul point at 25 minutes, so we'll see that final dragon fight at about 30 minutes here, more than likely. Looking at it as well, NIU could potentially look for a pick. Oh no, that's going to be B-Chill and getting spotted, and so not able to grab the charm. And yeah, that's unfortunate. That is just going to be the full wave of damage. Now he's going to have to get out of this one. Flash does come through, and so that'll be the kill going over towards Benson. NIU going to do a nice job to get some damage on towards the Olaf, but not a whole lot in the end. And so it is just this mobility from the side of Akron, on top of the ability to get in and out of these fights. Going to be tough, especially as they're able to keep, you know, the Belveth able to dash over the wall when she's in her ultimate form. So, you know, as long as Akron's able to keep the Belveth alive, that's going to be a tough spot to be in. IXI shot's going to get picked, and now he's going to be stunned up and picked off, and so NIU's damage is all gone at this point. This game, now it's going to be the engage on towards the support here. Got You Sucker is going to be able to get out of this curtain call. There's the Cataclysm, but it won't matter. That's going to be the 3 for nothing in favor of Akron. Now it'll be 4, as they're going to get the kill on towards Got You Sucker. And so it'll be Ahri against the world. 2 inhibitors down, not able to grab the charm. That'll be the stun from the... No, actually, it won't be the stun, but that'll be the attempt at it. That'll be a big chunk of damage. B-Chill taking about half health. Now he'll be able to grab the shutdown on towards the Belveth. Zeri will respawn. Now there goes the ultimate. Not able to grab a whole lot with it, but now let's see if they're able to grab the damage. Charm doesn't land. That's going to be the dredge line. Ulted forward. Now going to be the damage already coming through. Zeri doing a nice job, but I don't think it's going to be enough. They have to get this kill before the damage comes through onto their nexus, and it won't matter. 23-13, game number 3. Akron will take this one to 27 minutes, and that will be it for the season. An unfortunate ending, about a 17,000 gold lead at the end of that one for Akron. All right, so at the end of it all, Akron will take the 2-1 victory. This is a, you know, as was said in the chat, for a rebuilding year with a new team, everybody knew Coach Bradley Bebo coming in from the substitute support role last year and bringing a new group of guys, new group of players together, doing a great job to make it to 3-8 on the, or 3-9 on the season, and then also almost getting almost moving to 4-8 and almost you know, forcing a game 3 in the final match of the season. So, you know, this team has punched above their weight quite consistently throughout the year. Unfortunately, this is the end of the season for them. So, you know, we usually put a little teaser on what's coming up here for NIU Esports, but unfortunately, there's not another League of Legends game. This is it for the year. So be sure to check out the events of Huskies United coming up on March 22nd and 23rd on the channel, 5 to 9 p.m. Central Time each of those days. In addition, be sure to check out the Overwatch matches, as the Overwatch team for NIU Esports is making a push towards the playoffs, and they're going to be taking their next match, I believe, is March 30th. So they have a little bit of a break for spring break, but they should be. We'll publish each of those when they're coming up here. So otherwise, stay tuned for all of that. For those of you that are NIU students, have a nice spring break this week, and we'll see you guys at the arena not tomorrow, but a week from tomorrow on Monday the 20th. Until then, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you guys' support throughout the season. Unfortunate on the outcome, but I hope you guys enjoyed the broadcast, even when I did forget to unmute for game number 2. So as a treat to you guys, we'll make sure to get a game number 2 recast at some point. So absolutely can't wait to see you next season, and we'll see you guys then. Have a great spring break. Have a great rest of your year. Be sure to tune in for all the other things we got going on, and we'll see you guys next year for another season of Esports Collegiate League of Legends.